For today's video, we have my top 5 must-haves for Supercoach 2021. Now, what constitutes a must-have player? In my opinion, a player, if you don't own them, they can cause a lot of damage to you in the ranks. So other players, you'll be playing catch-up, whether it's captain scores, low risk, high upside, those sort of players. And yeah, I'll go through 5 players today. So yeah, these players are non-negotiable. Don't even try me. And here's a hint. I'm going to ban Braden Pruce or Pruce. That word is banned from my Discord shortly. So that's that. And yeah, you can get a hint which 2 players are in the top 5. But that's just a preview. But nonetheless, we'll get into it. Number 5, Rory Laird. I just think you have to pick Rory Laird this year. Training with the midfield group. Improved time trial this year. Not that that has a huge correlation, but it does help. He's always had a pretty good tank anyway, but we see it's in his game. A lot of ground balls, so that's loose ball gets. They're worth a lot in Supercoach. Contested ball. If he goes down back, who cares? He averages probably low 90s, but it feels like he's going to play a lot of midfield time. That's what he's preparing to do. So his midfield form and his defense form in 2020, day and night. Defense, he struggled a bit with his disposal and decision making. Midfield, he thrived. I thought he was all-Australian squad caliber player. He's going to command a big contract and clubs are going to come for him when he plays midfield. Pick Rory Laird, one less problem in defense. Durable as well. Number 4. This is debatable, but my favourite player, Josh Dunkley. Please pick Josh Dunkley. I know he's going to play forward, Luke Beveridge, Trelaws, and they're going to steal all the mid minutes off our favourite mids. But the upside of Josh Dunkley is too good to pass up. It's 130. He's not going to average 130. He's not going to get the mid minutes. But he can go 110 in his sleep just with getting 60, 70% mid time. He's already shown playing stupid minutes in the ruck and a lot of time forward. He averaged like 100 there. It's very low downside, huge upside. If we see something stupid like him playing permanent forward in the Marsh series, then I'm still going to pick him because I think he'll get a bit of mid minutes, but then maybe he's not a must have. But he's been promised some mid time by Luke Beveridge, who does not recognise how good he is in the midfield. I'm not sure why Libba doesn't play forward, because Libba needs to be managed and he's older. The Dogs are going to be... Dunkley's going to leave and they're going to be left with Libba and Trelaw, who will be past their prime pretty shortly. So anyway, that's enough on that. So Josh Dunkley, high floor, huge ceiling. So for that reason, I think... I'm going to do another video on the forwards. Forwards, they all have their issues, all of them. And yeah, I just see Dunkley durable. I love Josh Dunkley. I would pick him and just trust that he's going to get enough mid time to be a good Supercoach pick with huge upside. I'll have to do a play picks video on that to explain further, but yeah, pick Josh Dunkley. Number 3, Jake Lloyd. You might be thinking $650 for Jake Lloyd. Maybe I can pick somebody cheaper, save a bit of money. People forget. So in 2019, Jake Lloyd for the first half of the year averaged 120. He's already done this. In the second half of the year, the correlation was all over Twitter. Jordan Dawson moved to defense. He was playing, I don't know what he was playing before, wing or half forward or whatever. I don't care. But yeah, he played all defense. And then he took all his points. So Jake Lloyd was averaging like in the 90s for the second half of the year. But yeah, now Dawson's just playing all over the place. He's not permanent defender anymore. They have so many other defenders. And I don't know how Sydney defenders score so many points. They got Mills there. Rampy can score a bit. I don't know. It just feels like they score a lot of points down there. Jake Lloyd gets a lot of points at the back of stoppages. They use him out of defense all the time. Accurate kick. Loves a kick in. Don't take Jake Lloyd's kick ins because they're his favourite and we love them as well. So for that reason, Jake Lloyd, he's an absolute nightmare to trade in. I think you just have to start him. I think after round 7 to round 18 last year, not one score below 110. Just ridiculous. Had a poor score in round 1. A poor score for him is 77. Everything else was basically over 100. So start Jake Lloyd. Just, you're not going to get him into the buys, and I only got him in 2020 because Sicily went down and it was a small upgrade. So start Jake Lloyd. Number 2, Brody Grundy. 120 average in a down year. So I want to see some good reports on Grundy in the preseason. I think his contested ball, his ground ball was down by a lot in 2021. And he said he did not deal with hub life very well at all. He struggled with it. So I expect him, I don't know, I'm not sure he's going to get back to that 130 average, but he's still a vice captain option. Pretty safe pick. Durable. He just does not miss games. That's gold in the ruck department. So I want to see what he can do. And here's the thing in the preseason. Grundy's preseason scores in the Marsh series, they're always crap. But when the real thing comes, he'll be there, he'll be dominating. But yeah, he started off pretty well in 2020, but maybe it was hub life caught up to him, as he kind of alluded to already. So I would pick Brody Grundy, underpriced for what he can do, but that might be the new Brody Grundy averaging 120, which is unbelievable still. So for that reason, I would start Brody Grundy. Number 1, it's not Isaac Heaney, it's Max Gawn. This man destroyed my season in the first half of the year, and I was playing catch up the whole year. It's the captain scores. He's the go-to captain. I understand he gets injured. We have Marshall, which is an absolute blessing this year. So we have a bit of cover, and he doesn't seem to miss long term. He seems to miss like 2 or 3 games. But yeah, I think Max Gawn, I know he's so expensive, but he's just scoring at will last year. I'm not sure if he got better, but he kind of just made the All-Australian squad. I thought he was better in 2019, even though his numbers were better in 2020. But nonetheless, Gawn, just so many hitouts to advantage. Endurance is off the charts, just takes marks around the ground. And when he comes up against a bad ruck, he floors them. It's quite disgusting to watch if you don't own him in Supercoach. So Max Gawn is the main captain option. Don't pass up on him because the lost points accumulate pretty quickly. So that's my top 5. So to recap, Laird, Dunkley, Lloyd, Grundy, and Gawn. Yeah, I don't see why you shouldn't start without him. Dunkley, debatable, but I'll do a video on him. So that's the list. Stiff was, what's his name from Brisbane? Lachie Neale. I was just going to say Lloyd again. Lachie Neale, Clayton Oliver. I think they're locks in the midfield as well. So that's 7 for you. I mean, Lachie Neale and Clayton Oliver, just bulletproof options that have a clearly defined role. They're not moving anywhere and in their prime. So I'd add those 2 for rookies. Will Phillips seems like the only lock at the moment. We need to get a better read on all the other ones on their job security. But yeah, so that's 8 players. Shove them in your team and go from there. So good luck for the season, and we'll see you guys soon.